Welcome everyone to Strength Training for Seniors. Today you will need to have an assortment of weights. You'll need to have your resistance band, whether it's the band or the tube. I will show you if you don't have a band, because we are going to be tying the band and making a loop. If you don't have a band and what you have is a tube, I'm going to show you an alternate. So don't worry about it, you can still do the workout. If you do happen to have your playground ball, we'll use the playground ball. Again, it's just something to hold on to as we go through the movement. You can certainly use a lighter weight for that too. All right, let's go ahead and start our warm-up. All right. Here we go. Let's march it out. And then we'll start warming up the upper body by doing some shrugs. Good. 2 more. Good. Now, bring the arms in and out. Good. 2 more. Good. Bring those arms up to shoulder height. Same thing. Good. 2 more. Good. Come back to marching. We're going to repeat those, only we're going to cut down the repetitions. Here we go, shrugs. Good, last one. Arms in and out. Last one here, bring them up to shoulder height. Good, 1 more. Come back to marching. And then we're going to do a little tap to the side. We'll just do this a couple times, kind of get that rhythm going. Now as you tap, we're going to roll that shoulder back. Good. Now reach across. And then reach up. Good. Come back to center, march it out. We're going to repeat that. Tap. Good. Let's add that shoulder roll. Good. Reach across. And then reach it up. Good. Back to center. March it out. All right, here we go. Let's warm up. Focusing on that lower body, taps with our toes. Good. Now we're going to do a little alternating knee lift. Now you're going to do a double knee lift. And left, and right, left. Good. 2 more each side. Once more. And then heel taps. And then we're going to do a leg curl. So pull that heel towards your glutes. Good. Now, keep the legs wide. Come on down. Squat. And up. Good. Once more. Good. Come back to marching. We're going to repeat that little segment there, starting with our toe taps. Alternating knee lift. And then double knee. Again. Good. Heel taps. And leg curl. Good. Come back to center. Here we go. Squat it out. Good. Last one here. Good. All right. Grab a drink, and we're going to start with our band or two, but the resistance band. Drop this down here. Grab your drink. All right. So what we're going to do is we have 3 rounds of the exercises. We have 4 exercises in each round. The first one is upper body, second one lower body. We'll do our compound exercise for the third one, and then a little core for the fourth. We'll do each one for 30 seconds, take a little bit of a break, a good 30 seconds or so, maybe 45. And then we're going to repeat. And we've got 3 rounds of that, different ones on each round. All right, so we're going to start with the back. So we're going to do a pull down. You want to hold the band so that it's about shoulder width. And again, you're going to adjust as we come into the exercise. Do a couple of repetitions, see if you need to adjust. If you have a band like this and you wrap it around your hands, just make sure it's very loose. And you'll want to put the band so it comes to the outside of your thumbs. Okay, bringing the arms up overhead. We're going to start with an alternating arm. So you're just going to keep one arm up, drop the other one down, shoulder height, just like this. Okay? We've got 30 seconds. Here we go. Keep those shoulders down. So you're just bringing that arm down to about shoulder height. Good. Working the latissimus dorsi in the back. Good. 10 more seconds. Good. Once more this other side. Good. Rest it out. Do a couple little shoulder rolls. Go ahead and put your band down. Now, this next one, I'm going to give you an option. You can hold dumbbells, or you can just use your body weight. Give yourself a little bit of room. So you want to be able to take about 4 big steps. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to do that because I'm limited to within the camera. But just find a spot where you can take a good 4 or 5 walking lunge steps forward, turn around, and come back. So it's going to look like this. You're going to step wide, come into that lunge, step the back foot forward, Step that foot forward, lunge. Okay? Now, if you want, you can pick up and hold some dumbbells while you do that. So it's step, bring the other foot forward, step that foot forward, come up. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Now I'm only going to be able to do 2, and then I have to turn around and come back. But you're going to do a good 4 or 5 or however many you want. Turn around, walk back. By stepping to the center, you kind of regain your balance as you do this. All right, you've got about 5 more seconds. Good. All right, rest it out. And again, we're going to be repeating all these. So you'll be able to kind of find a better spot if you didn't like that spot. Pick up some light weights now. All right, while you're resting, let me show you the next one. This is our compound exercise. We're going to come into a wide squat. So your feet are going to be wider than your hips, and your toes are going to be pointed out to the side. So you're just going to come into this wide squat. Now, we're going to add the arms. You're going to start with the arms out at shoulder height, palms facing up. As you squat, pull your elbows in. As you come up, turn your palms down and extend the arms. So it's pull it in, extend it out. Pull it in, extend it out. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Good, keep that chest lifted. Good, let's do 2 more. Good, rest it out. For the next one where we work the core, you may want to have the chair in front of you. Let me show you the movement, and then if you need to put the chair in front of you, you can. I'm going to leave mine right here, but you'll see what you need to do. All right, so you're going to start with the feet hip-width apart. We're going to shift the weight to the right. Just put a slight bend in your knee. Here's where you may want to hold on to the chair. Then we're going to lift the left leg. Come back to center, shift the weight, bend that left knee, and then straighten the left knee as you lift the right leg. Now, if you want to use your arms, then you're here. Shift and up. Center, shift and up. You could keep one arm on the chair. Just kind of alternate like this. All right, you've got 30 seconds. We'll start on the right. Here we go. Find that gazing point out in front. Again, coming back to center will help you realign before you shift that weight over. And you don't have to pick that leg up real high, but you do work your glutes when you do that. Good. Got about 5 more seconds. Let's do 1 more on each side. Good. All right, rest it out. That was round 1. So we've got about a minute rest here, 45 seconds or so. Grab a drink, and then we're going to repeat this. All right. want to come back to picking up your band or tube. Good. All right, while you finish resting, we have about 20 more seconds. Let me refresh your memory what we're doing here. We're doing a pull down, only this time, remember we did alternating, first round or first go through. Now we're going to do both. So you're going to pull those arms down just shoulder height and back up. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Keep those shoulders down. Make sure you're breathing. 5 more seconds. Good. Rest it out. All right, we're going to come back to our walking lunge. So again, you can pick up dumbbells. You can just keep your hands on your hips and just use your body weight. Totally up to you. All right, and begin. So do a nice wide step, then step to center. Good. Got about 10 seconds. Good. All right. Rest it out. You'll want to pick up your lighter weights. So we're going to come back to our plie squat or sumo squat. Just that wider squat, and then our palms up, pull the elbows in as you squat, extend the arms, turn your palms over, then turn the palms up, pull them in. All right, here we go. Start with the arms extended and squat, extend, turn the palms over. Good, 2 more. Good. All right, rest it out, and then we'll come back to our balance, our core work. So if you want to slide the chair in front, keep a hand on it. Go ahead and do that. As you're resting, just keep moving, either do some leg curls or pick those knees up just to keep those muscles warm. A couple shoulder rolls. All right, here we go. Shift to the right, lift. Center yourself before you change sides. Remember to find that gazing point. That will really help, keeping those eyes still. Good. Do 1 more each side. Good. All right, rest it out. That was our group 1, round 1. And we'll take another couple seconds here. Again, grab a drink. And we're going to come back to the band. And again, just keep moving. Hopefully you've got a good playlist going, which is great for just kind of dancing it out. Just keep yourself moving while you're resting. You want to bring the heart rate down, but yet keep it active. Keep those muscles moving. All right, here we go. Round 2. You're going to bring the band behind you and under your arms. So the band's across the upper chest or upper back. Coming to the front, we're going to work the chest. All right. So gather up the resistance in your hands, you know, so when you extend the arms, you've got some resistance. So we're just going to do a chest press. Just both arms straight out in front. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. So in that 30 seconds, you should be able to get at least 12 of these in. I mean, maybe not with every exercise, but with this one. Good, 2 more. Good. All right, rest it out. We're going to come to the lower body. Go ahead and pick up some dumbbells. We're going to do just some basic squats. So let me show you the exercise and then you can decide how much you want to hold on to. I'm using mine 5 pounds. You're just going to come into the squat, keeping the chest lifted, come back up. So I'm going to stand diagonally so you can watch what my hips are doing. Feet are hip width apart. As I bend my knees, I'm pushing the weight back into my hips. The weight will shift into my heels. My back stays straight, chest is lifted, arms are just extended in front and back up. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Good, keep going, you've got about 5 more seconds. Good, let's do 2 more. Good, rest it out. And then you want to pick up some lighter weights, 2, maybe 3 pounds again. It's probably better to start with the lighter weights, and as we come back through, if you want to pick up a heavier weight, you can. All right, so now we're to our compound exercise. I want to just spend a moment reviewing what we're going to do with our legs. I don't think we've done this one before. It's a side lunge, which is different than a side squat. So let's do it a couple of times. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to begin to bend the left knee, and you're going to extend the right leg out. Do you see how my leg is straight, though? So 90% of the weight's in my left leg. Come back to center, step the left foot out, again, keeping it straight, bend the right knee. Center, step, and you don't have to do a big step or come down real far. So this is the leg movement, just this side lunge back and forth. The arms, what we're going to do is as you bend your knee, extend the leg, that arm of the leg that's extended is going to come across towards your knee. And then when you come up, you're going to curl it. So you're going to add this arm curl as you do your lunge. So opposite hand to opposite knee on the arm curl. Okay, here we go. Ready? So your right arm or right hand is going to come to the left knee. Start by extending the right leg. Good. Try to keep your chest lifted so you're not rounding forward. Keep going. About 5 more seconds. Good. And come up. Rest it out. And then for our last one, for our core, we're going to do what's called a wood chop. So the motion starts over here on your hip. I'm actually going to hold my ball just again to have something to hold on to. You could take just a light dumbbell and use that too. So the movement is from the right hip across to the left shoulder. Imagine you have a bucket of water and you're pitching it. Or wood chop, you've got a log, you're pitching it over your left shoulder. But make sure you have this turn in because we're working those obliques. All right, I'm going to use my ball. Here we go, 30 seconds. Right hip, left shoulder. As if you're just going to pitch it. So you're turning from the waist. Keep the knees soft so that you don't lock the joint. Good, 5 seconds. Good, all right. Rest it out. We're going to repeat those 4. Grab a drink. And again, just keep moving. You've got your playlist going, you know, dance it out a little bit. However you want to move. You can repeat some of the moves that we did. All right, pick up that band. We're coming back to our chest press around the back and then bring it to the upper back, under the armpits. Gather it up so you've got some resistance. All right, so the first time through, we did both arms forward. Now we're going to punch across. We're just going to alternate those arms punching across. All right, here we go. Ready? Begin. Good. You're doing it. About 5 more seconds. Good. Last one here. Good. Rest it out. Go ahead and put your band down. And then we'll come back to our squat holding the 2 dumbbells. So pick up whichever weight is best for you. Remember, feet are hip width apart. You're going to push the weight back in those hips. So you don't, in other words, you don't want your knees coming forward like this. You want to go back. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Press into those heels as you come up. Good, 2 more. Good, rest it out. You'll pick up your lighter weights for our side lunge and arm curl. So we'll just rest it out here a couple more seconds. And just keep moving. All right, so remember, you're going to just bend the knee, tap that foot out to the side, and then the other side. Okay? As you bend, the opposite hand will come to that knee, and then curl it, like you're doing a little bicep curl. All right, here we go. This time we'll start to the left, which would be left arm down. Good. So when you extend the arm, have that palm facing up. So you do this little arm curl on the way up. Good. Keep going. Good. Let's do one more each side. Good. All right. Rest it out. We've got one more. Our wood chop for round 2. Good. Whew, my heart rate is up. All right. So this time we're going to switch sides. So now we're going to do left hip, right shoulder. Again, this twisting, you're throwing your log over your shoulder or a bucket of water or whatever you want to use. All right, here we go. Twist and throw. Remember to keep the knees soft, not locked. Good, keep breathing. 5 seconds. Good, let's get one more rep in. Good. All right, rest it out. Grab a drink. We've got one more round to go. Now, while you're resting, take your band, if you have a band, and you're going to tie a knot in it so that you make a loop. You want the loop to be about shoulder width apart, all right? And while you're doing that, if you don't have a band, I'm going to show you the exercise using your tube, okay? If you have a tube, you're going to hold your straps and then hold up on the band. You're going to hold it in front, again, maybe a little wider than shoulder width, but right around there. And then you're going to pull it out to the side and back to center. This is a really heavy band tube. Ooh. Okay, so that's what you're going to do if you have a tube. All right. Hopefully, of course, I did this beforehand. But hopefully you're done tying your knot. If you do have your loop, you're going to put your forearms into the band and then bring the band to about mid-forearm. Have your palms facing each other. As you can see, my arm is at 90 degrees. So if you've got your loop, we're going to do that same movement, but using those forearms. So we call these touchdown arms. So it's just like you're making a touchdown. So you're either here with your tube or here. All right, here we go. Begin. Both of them, keep your shoulders down and let them creep up by your ears. Good. Wow. I'm feeling this in the back of my upper back, shoulders, the back of my shoulders is what I was going to say. Good, 5 seconds. This is why it's good to have a variety of resistance bands too, size-wise. Whew. All right, relax that out. Keep your loop because we're going to use it for the next one. If you don't have a loop, let me just show you what you're going to do. You're going to grab your chair. So we're going to be working the hips. We're going to do what's called a leg abduction. You're going to sit here, step on the band, widen your feet about hip width apart because you want some room to move. Crisscross your band, pull up a little bit on it, then you're going to step wide, come back in, wide, in, wide, in. So if you have the tube, you're seated doing a hip abduction like this. If you have your loop, then you're going to step into your loop. Now you're going to bring it mid-thigh. So again, we're going to be working those same muscles. Come on up to standing, put your chair to the side. So that same area that you did your walking lunges, we're now going to do side steps. Okay? So you'll go one way and then the other. All right, are we ready? If you're seated, remember you're just stepping wide, center, wide, center. Here we go, 30 seconds. Again, I'm obviously limited here, but if you've got a hallway or you're going across the room, you're going to get more steps in. Okay, let's go about 5 more seconds. Good. All right. Rest it out. Keep your loop. If you've already tied it, because remember, we got to go all back through these again. All right. Go ahead and put your bands down. Pick up some probably medium weights. We're going to do an overhead press. So pick the appropriate one. This is our compound exercise. If your balance is a little shaky, you may want the chair next to you. Let me show you the movement. We're going to pick up our knees, so just like we did in the warm-up, just this alternating knee, but you're going to extend your arm as you pick up your knee. So just alternating, think opposite arm and leg. If that challenges your balance too much, put your chair to the side, just do one side at a time, okay? And then as we come back around, you can switch. All right, here we go. Ready? Begin. Good, keep going. About 5 more seconds. Good, do once more each side. Good. All right, rest it out. We've got a core that we're gonna do. You probably will want the chair for this one. And then we're gonna repeat. All right, so for this one now, we're going to work the obliques. We did a twist before. Now we're going to do more of a lateral move. Here's where the chair will come in handy. So you're going to extend the left arm first up overhead. And then you're going to bring that left knee out to the side as you pull your knee down. So it looks like this. Now, the more you kind of extend here, the more you're going to crunch. You don't have to touch your elbow to your knee. All right, here we go. Ready? Begin. If you want to practice, you can take your hand off the chair, work on your balance. Find that gazing point. And you may lose your balance, that's okay. You're working it. Good, 2 more. Maybe. Good, all right. Rest it out, grab a drink. We've got those 4 to repeat. And then we get to stretch it out. All right, you're going to come back to your loop, or if you have a band, you're going to do this reverse fly with your band. Okay. For those of you with the loop, go ahead and put your forearms in it. And again, you want it about midway with your forearms. Palm facing each other, have those arms at 90 degrees, elbows or shoulder height. All right, here we go. Begin. Come out. You can also buy on Amazon, you can get any of this stuff on Amazon. They also sell just a loop. Some of those are really heavy though, because usually they're used for your legs. So that's the only thing with the loop that I have found, is they tend to be kind of heavy. But you can certainly buy these TheraBands in the different weights. All right, 1 more rep here. Whew, all right, wow. That was harder than I thought for me. All right, shake that out. Oh, keep your loop. I actually, because I have different sizes, I did the heavier one for my legs. All right, so working those hip abductors. Remember, if you have the tube, you're going to step, you're seated in your chair, crisscross it, pull it up with your knee bent, just step to the side on each one, back to center. Otherwise, step into your loop, place the loop mid-thigh. All right, little half squat as you do these side steps. Here we go, begin. I may have that up a little high. Actually, if you bring it maybe just a couple inches above your knees, you're going to feel it more than if you come up higher on your thigh. Good. Let's go 10 more seconds. Good. All right, remove your loop. We're going to come back to our overhead press, alternating knee. Go ahead and take a couple deep breaths. You know, we're moving fast on that second round. All right, bring those dumbbells to shoulder height, palm facing each other. Here we go. Find your gazing point out in front of you. Again, that'll help with that balance. 5 seconds. Once more each side. Good. All right, go ahead and put those dumbbells down. Grab your chair. Bring it on the left side or walk around the left side of it. We have our, this is called a spider climb the wall, because you sort of look like a spider here. All right, so we're going to do that on the right side. Again, if you want to let go of the chair and challenge your balance, here we go. Find that gazing point. The knee is on the diagonal or to the side. Hit those obliques. 10 seconds. So the key is to keep the weight, all the weight in that left leg. So you just tap the right foot down. Don't shift weight back and forth. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. Woo! All right. Good job, everybody. Grab a drink. And then we'll bring that heart rate down a little bit. Just kind of walk it out. So if you're like I am, breathing through your mouth, which means you've gotten that heart rate up a little bit, we want to just bring it down so that you are breathing through your nose. That's pretty close to a normal heart rate. All right, I'm going to be using the chair for the first couple ones just to hold on. If you have a wall nearby, go ahead and use the wall. Actually, I could use this little section here. All right, so let's start in a runner's lunge. So just stepping that right foot back and pressing the heel down. Keep the torso lifted. As you press into the wall, then you can deepen that stretch a little bit. Good, and then change legs. Nice stretch into the calf, that Achilles tendon, a little bit into the hamstring. We'll do a little more of the hamstring when we sit. Good, come on back up. Let's come into our quad stretch. So grabbing onto what you can or placing that foot on a chair. If this flexion is tight for you, trying to keep the knees in line with one another. It's also a good chest opener on this side when you reach back to grab your foot. Good, and then we'll try it on the other side. Chair over here. Good, and then go ahead and release. Let's come to sitting in the chair. And we'll stretch out those hamstrings and glutes. So sitting up at the edge of the chair, extending both legs out in front of you, and then just bending from the hip, keeping the chest lifted. Good, and breathe. You want to feel a nice stretch behind the knee. Remember, no pain or discomfort, just a nice stretch. Good, and then go ahead and bring the torso up, walk those feet in, sitting about midway in the chair. If you can't cross your foot over your thigh like this, just cross on the ankles. You may want to move up a little for this, and just leave that knee open to the side. That will also stretch through the glutes. If you're okay here, then we'll cross that foot over the thigh. And again, you should be feeling this in that glute If you want to extend the chest forward, really just a little bit is going to deepen that stretch. And breathe. Good, and then go ahead and lift the torso and cross. Let's try it on the other side. So you're either here, if you need to be, or here. This is a great one to do laying on your back too. And then you pull your legs in, pull your knees in towards you. Good, and then go ahead and release that other leg. And then sitting midway in the chair and sitting up nice and tall, bring that right arm across the body, use your left forearm or hand to hug that right arm in towards you. And then we'll open and close the fingers and some wrist circles. And then reverse. And then switch arms. So left arm across, pull it in, just hug it in, and open and close. And your wrist circles. And reverse. Good. And then releasing that left arm, we'll sweep the right arm up, bend at the elbow. Your options are to take the left hand, just try to push that elbow up towards the ceiling, holding here, or grabbing onto your elbow, pulling it in towards your ear. So using your left hand, and again, gentle pressure here. Try not to drop your chin down too much. You do it here. Good, and then switch arms. This is perfectly fine here too, just trying to push that elbow up. You're gonna feel that in the tricep and down into the shoulder. Good, and then release that left arm, sweep those arms around, clasp the hands, keeping the shoulders down, press those palms forward. And then releasing the hands, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. If you can, bring and clasp them behind you. You may want to turn sideways to give yourself a little more room. And then press those hands down as you open the chest and look up. If it's too much to try to clasp those hands, just press your palms towards each other. The important thing here is to open up the chest and stretch through the front of the shoulder. And just take a few breaths. Good, and then go ahead and release, shake it all out. Make sure you drink plenty of water today. Thank you so much for joining me.